Hey, love bugs, it's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, just thank you so much as always for the love and support. It's always truly appreciated to be able to know we can be a part of each other's journey of growth and ascension. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just tell me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are uplifting, give you just good vibes, or that you would love to share with your loved one, family, or friend, or even your fellow empaths that may be going through some trying times and need spiritual guidance or just need confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It's always appreciated. And I hope that you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the channel I'm using today is Zen Life Relax. And the music you're hearing in the background is called 528 Hertz, Release Inner Conflict, Struggle, Anti-Anxiety Cleanse. Let me see. Stop overthinking, worry, or stress. And I will post that link in the description box below. The video I'm doing today is Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, don't let the fear of choosing make you choose nothing. I remember it was like, what was it, a few weeks ago, I seen that a post that came up on my notifications on Twitter, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna use that. It was like a whole list of it, but it was like I think it was on like Joyce Meyer's post or whatever, and I was like, that's really good. I'm gonna give my props to her, because she always has some good things that I've been seeing a lot lately that she posted really resonates with me. And a lot of times when we're going on that next level and you're seeing things in a different way, you're getting a deeper understanding of why certain things has unfolded the way it is, and there are certain things that you're still questioning on why it had to happen that way. And there's always a reason and a purpose behind every single thing that we go through, and they want you to be able to understand, the only person, only thing to fear is fear is itself. You can only be that person and, standing in your way of your process or your progress. And a lot of times, I used to feel like, there was certain things getting in my way, and, how people would go out their way to really, try to distract me or try to upset me on certain things, because they seen what I was trying to do. They seen how I was trying to move forward, and they were doing their part as I needed to do my own. And a lot of times we feel like we try to understand why do we have enemies that run against us. Everybody is in a part of divine plan. They're all playing that part of that gift called life. And a lot of times we don't understand that even when our enemies are in our lives, that's part of divine plan as well. They're helping us break those barriers of outdated habits and patterns that we have. Toxic habits as well as patterns, or anything that was no longer serving us. They are playing their part to help us break that. And it can get hard, but it's like they try to tell you come a lot harder. You're that warrior, and a lot of times you're going down that path where you have to choose. Are you gonna allow yourself to fold back and allow the enemy to swallow you whole, which they already know? You already know they ain't gonna let you do that. But there are certain times where, I've even said in the past, we have light workers, but we also have empaths that are dark workers as well. People like, there is no such thing as dark empaths. Yes, the heck it is. There's a balance to everything. There's a lot of times where I done seen, and it can be very scary, but you have to understand that it's just like that. I've seen dark empaths before, and they chose their way of life. Everything has a free will to it. But the only time that universe gets involved, as well as our guides, as archangels and stuff, if they see that it's going to be detrimental to our lives, they always want us to be able to know there's self-will. There's self-will for everything that's taking place. But if they see that it is causing us some, immediate danger, they're going to intervene on that. And a lot of times you're getting guided off of a path, not because it is like they want to distract you or confuse you, but there may have been a train wreck ready to happen that you didn't even see coming. So a lot of time they'll take you out of that situation for you end up wrecking yourself. They want you to be able to choose how you choose to go about your path, but also seeing, your past situations and learning from those things. I was just talking about that in the last video. There's a lot of things that'll come up that you try to understand, like why these situations coming up. Maybe, I seen a post on that. What's my girl Nicole Yarbrough? I'm giving you a shout out because I forgot to say that the other day because I forgot who's posted. I said that too, so I'm making sure I'm giving you that shout out. Let you know I appreciate you, sister. She always be putting out some beautiful, positive stuff, especially on IG. That I truly love, and I appreciate that. It's just like we're all growing, and everything that we have gone through gives us growth, gives us determination, and it's all about how you choose to look at it. Are you allowing yourself to feel self-pity? There's times we can do that because it just seems like life just is not working out for us. Or you can allow yourself to be that better person, or allow yourself to sit up here and say, you know what, I'm glad I went through these things. Now it's telling me to get off my high horse, kicking yourself in your own butt, and just being able to say you deserve better. And that's why I tell people, when you pay attention to the circle you keep. If you have somebody in your life that really appreciates what you do, or if you're on a new path where you're seeing things different, are they are they saying, well, Dad, how are you seeing it? Because sometimes you can be around spiritual oppressors and they want to keep you down. They want to go ahead and blow doubt and stuff in your ear, and trying to make it seem like whatever you're doing is not good. It's not good to stay in the same situation, or it's not good to be on that same mindset, whatever, for a long time. It's like your mind is growing and you're allowing yourself to be still going through that state of being, or you allowing yourself to choose bigger and better. Life ain't always supposed to be the same like that. And some people are comfortable with doing it, but that's why they say many are called, but there's fewest chosen. If you're on that Heyoka, you chose. So they're wanting you to be able to set that example, not just for people and surroundings, but within your own self. Choose the latter. Always choose something that's going to better you. That's why I always tell people, when they come back and tell me like, Roslynn, I was trying to, speak my views of experience, and somebody told me I was crazy. They're only going to understand their line of deception anyway. I mean, a line of perception anyway. They're not going to see the things that you see because you're seeing it at a different level. You're seeing it when you're allowing yourself to see things from every vantage point. You're allowing yourself to not just look at one way, but just being able to say, somebody tell me something, they're like, well, Roslynn, did you look at it this way? And I may not have known it from that way. I'm like, oh, okay, well, let me look at it from this way. Just like I made that video the other day, there's no heaven and hell. It's only about your mindset. Because I really do believe there is a heaven and hell. So I said, let me allow myself to retort, because I'm not going back on what I'm saying, but I'm allowing myself to, express in a deeper mindset of how I'm expressing that. There is a heaven and hell, but I also feel like there's a heaven and hell on earth as well, because there's a lot of times people might see this as a hellish world, like hell on earth, but then there's a lot of people that see it's not like hellish, but it's unfolding. You're starting to see folks for who they truly are. There's people that used to do stuff behind closed doors, and now the stuff that they all them them daggone skeletons out their closets are starting to fall the heck out, and now you're starting to see how they are. And there was a lot of times where we felt like celebrities was getting away with stuff, but even though they were like, oh, they probably had to stay in there for 5 minutes in jail because they done drink and drive. They only had to stay in there because it was overcrowded. Oh, okay. There are certain things that you will see, like, if I was a regular person, I have all them zeros behind my dollar, I would end up having to do some hard time. But these people are, all up here, they only got to stay 4 or 5 minutes because it's crowded. All those different things is coming out in the world where the regular folks is getting it, and them high up people catching it too, But it's all about how things are unfolded. You're allowing yourself to see the truth within the core. There ain't no more, you can't be shadow dodging. You doing stuff like that. And, a lot of times people still doing things behind closed doors. And it only takes due time for them to be caught up in their own drama. But you have to be allowing yourself to, even though there may be something that's directed at you that may be going behind closed doors, you feel like, it ain't right. Trust me, I've been there. Everything is just like, you're not getting that peace. You're not getting that closure. But you have to allow yourself to stay focused on you? What are you going to choose? You going to be worried about what everybody else is doing, or are you going to allow yourself to fixate on your growth, allowing myself to think better, allowing myself to move better? If I know that there's something that still triggers me, let me allow myself to work on that so I can go ahead and release that, because that's holding me back. That's, not making me a better person, because that's allowing me to still focus on what has happened in the past that changed that situation. Whatever you've been placed on this path, where I can look at my situation, I didn't get closure, but that situation unchanged me so much better than I ever thought it could. And there's times I cry. I won't lie. I won't, because that was a situation that really messed me up in so many different ways, but that it also bettered me as well. Being able to be transparent and being vulnerable about that situation, being able to say, yes, this really tore me up emotionally, mentally, spiritually, because, there's times it doesn't seem real. But then when I allow myself to see where I've gone, I done came so much further. People in my life that know me for 10, 20 years, they're like, girl, what happened? Life. Life is what happened to me. But I allowed myself to be okay. Allowing myself to keep working at it better. Like, let me allow myself to be very productive. But then there's times where, if I'm running on fumes, Roslynn, go ahead and take a break. And there'll be different times where I'm being straight away like, girl, you don't need to be doing that. You don't need to be doing that. Because it's like the devil will send people in, but the universe will send them in too, just to see, are you going to trust what they say, or are you going to trust what you say, or what you're going to do? Because there's a lot of times you will pose a threat to somebody if they see that you all over the place every time they see you, because it's like with me, I be over here on IG sitting up here showing different, Heyoka healing hang videos. And then I'll be over here doing, podcasts for my Heyoka, podcasting. And I'll be over here on TikTok, sitting up here sending a motivational, just to be able to cheer up and brighten your day. That having you trying to look at something in a positive way. That I'm doing here, doing this here. I said, I'm trying to expand my brand. I can't pause right now. I'm being too productive. The universe putting too much, creativity in my mind, and I need to be able to work on that. I can't sit on ideas as, it's meant for me to go ahead and push on. As soon as I said that, I said 12. But, going through all these different things is giving me creativity to allow myself to choose to not sit up on my butt and let the time pass me by. My mama always said, God rest her soul, he's like, you gonna miss out on your blessing. Because you want to sit out on your butt and be, all this. And it's like, you don't see everybody getting their blessing. You just sit up here just being you. You can't be mad at nobody but yourself. You can't be mad if you seeing everybody getting their blessing. Have you manifested? Have you been doing the work for your manifestation? You can't just ask the universe to give you nothing and you're not putting the elbow grease in to be able to make sure that happen. They always tell you, yeah, you can put a manifestation in, but you have to work behind that manifestation, clearing out everything that is holding you back, fixing on what that you still stuck on that's supposed to be irrelevant, allowing yourself to know even whatever, past issue that was very traumatic in your life, knowing it's going to work out for the better good for you. But allow yourself to use that as a catapult to say, I'm not going to allow myself to get in a situation like that again. Or I'm not going to allow myself to be affected by certain situations that people try to put me in. It's all about how I allow myself to see myself out of that situation, but allow myself to learn from it and appreciate what that situation taught me. Because everything you're going through is teaching you how about choosing a different path of life. We had to go through a certain situation where we done signed a soul contract on being able to change the world for the better. But only for that to happen, we had to be affected by something very tragic and being able to start back, at one. You had to start ground down, all the way at the bottom of the barrel, and just being able to say, okay, this done happened, now what? Okay, are you going to allow yourself to feel sorry for yourself? Are you going to allow yourself to be seen as a victim all the time? Are you going to allow yourself to co-create something so powerful? It's going to show other people how they can, even though no matter how bad a situation is, you can work harder to be able to overturn what is taking place to break you. And it probably did break you, and it was supposed to break you. It broke you away from the norm. It broke you away from old ways. It broke you away from the people that, broke you in that way. They needed that in your life, because it was like that. Everything that has been taking place in our life that really has messed us up emotionally, mentally, sexually, spiritually, whatever has been passed down from generation to generation. It did not start with us, but it's damn sure ending with us. And for you to be able to do that, you had to go through the worst of the worst, because there's so many people around here in the world saying, I went through this, I went through that, I went through that. And, I had this happen to me. I'm like, okay, so what did you do? But I went through this, but you ain't doing nothing. You just told me that this happened to you. What did you change out of this? How did you allow the situation to affect you in a positive way? Because some people are choosing to be. You are placed on here to create. Choose to create something positive out of a hot mess. Like, what was this dude name? What was it? Cat Williams. Somebody said, Kevin Federline. It ain't nothing against Kevin Federline, but that mess was funny as hell when they said it. It's like Kevin Federline, he was nothing until he met Britney Spears and made it out of something, and he really did. He was just doing whatever. And now next, he probably get paid child support and all this stuff, but it's not funny for anybody to do that. But I'm just saying, I got to bring a little hee hee ha ha up in there somewhere. But it's just the fact is you have gone through some things, and these are the things that had to shake you to the core for you to be able to say, yes, this is taking place, but allow me to tell you my story of experience, of views that has placed in my life that really has turned me out for the better. Because when you're allowing your scars to be shown, you are showing those people that my scars is healed, but I'm being proud to show you these scars, because this is a scar of honor. This has allowed me to create something that they never thought I could create, because they thought they broke me down emotionally, mentally, in so many different ways that I would never be able to see the sun rise, or be able to have a smile on my face, or even be able to approach somebody with compassion or show love. And when you're allowing yourself to choose that, don't fear. A lot of times we try not to do nothing because we fear the unknown, or you're getting this guide for you to go opposite, give up everything and just go this way. You fear that universe is going to allow you to fail. Only you can do that by the things that you're choosing. Are you choosing to allow yourself the easy road? I've seen so many people do things. I done been around. I done hustle. I done danced. I done did all these things. It does not shame me. I tell people I'm not ashamed of nothing I did. You need to not to be ashamed of anything you have done, because it made you a better person of the day. Because those are the things you had to go through. Those shameful situations has allowed you to grow. Because if you're still doing the same stuff you did 20 years ago, that's something wrong. If you're still doing the same thing that you were doing 20 years ago, there's something really wrong. Don't upgrade into adding more mess to your life, but allowing yourself to learn from the other lessons, because it's like it only can get worse from there. But when you're allowing yourself to create something positive that you can leave a legacy to, that's where the blessing really is. And then you can allow yourself to know, like, God, dog, I used to do these things and people didn't think, I was allowing people to run over me. I was allowing people to take advantage of me. I didn't love myself to where I was choosing things just to be seen, just to be loved, or where it wasn't even love. It was just being at convenience at that time. While allowing myself to love myself, being very selective of what I selected into my life, being very particular about what kind of circles of energy I brought in my life. If you can't respect me, you can't be around me. Point blank. If you say something about me that does not reflect on how I see myself, that all these different things that came in my life, I said, people, there are going to be so many different people going to have different meanings, or, whatever they want to say about me. And that's fine. It's how about I see myself. If you want to talk about my past ain't, you can tell me about the old Roz. The old Roz ain't even there no more. I'm like, I don't even know who that person is no more, but but that's okay. You can go ahead and stay in the past with all that. But allowing yourself to choose the ladder of doing something better. Don't fear something because you don't see what's coming. It's just the fact is you wouldn't have funny experiences and stuff, even though it could be scary. 1919, soon I'll say that. When you're going through stuff, it's going to be hard for you to predict on what is going down there, but that's what they want you to do. Have faith in what you're creating, doing something positive in your life. Be something that is worth to be bragging about. On you sit up here, I made something, nothing out of something, and I created something that I can always be, you know, proud of what I did. So when you're choosing something to create something better, that's you never know where it's going to take you. So I hope you are able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. So much love to you. Like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop a line. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me. I always leave my contact information in the description box below, and I'll see you on my next video because I'm trying to keep this under 21 minutes. Much love to you. Peace.